If you're over 50, having strong and mobile hips is key to preventing back pain, knee pain, and of course, hip pain. In this video, I'll share one amazing exercise that helps improve both hip mobility and stability. That exercise is called the hip airplane. It's a challenging exercise, so I'll break it down into beginner, intermediate, and advanced versions, so regardless of your fitness level, one of the versions will work for you. As you're following along, leave a comment letting me know what level you're at. Type 1 for beginner, 2 for intermediate, or 3 for advanced. That'll help me make videos that better meet your needs in the future. So let's get started. The advanced version of the hip airplane challenges your balance on one leg, activates your core to keep your trunk stable, and strengthens your hips to rotate your pelvis back and forth. Now, if that's too challenging for you, don't worry, I've got you covered. Here are 2 beginner exercises to help build you up to that level. The first one is just being able to stand on one leg. And if you're not able to balance on one leg without holding on for at least 10 seconds, this is a good place to start. You want to make sure that you're keeping your belt line level with the floor. You also want to grip the floor with your toes to help maintain your arch. That also helps keep your knee from buckling inwards. So squeeze and activate your glutes, dome your arch, turn your knee out, keep your belt level, and then try to lift your leg up off the floor. If you can't get it there all the way, just keep light toe contact to help you maintain your balance. And then as you improve your balance, you can start picking your toe up off the floor. Again, working on being able to maintain this for 10 seconds and ideally work up to doing that 10 times. Now, in addition to having balance on one leg, you also need to work on your core stability. For this, we're going to do a modified version of the bird dog. For this exercise, you'll stand bent over like this with one leg behind you and then one arm out in front of you. Then you'll work on raising your arm and leg up off the floor while maintaining your balance. You want to keep your back in a neutral position, so not too arched like that, and also not rounded out like that. So get a neutral spine position, raise one arm, raise the opposite leg, and then hold for 10 seconds. Come back down and repeat that 10 times. And then you would switch to the opposite leg. So stand on one leg, raise the arm and leg, keep your spine in a neutral position, and hold for 10 seconds. So those are the beginner exercises. The intermediate version works up to doing that same position, the arm and leg like this without holding on. So once you can do the beginner version, then try to let go with that other arm and just try to maintain this position on one arm and one leg. We won't add the rotation in just yet, but we will add in a rotation while you're holding on. So stand on one leg and raise opposite arm and opposite leg like this. Now while holding on, you'll start to add the rotations again. And this should happen from your pelvis. You're not twisting your spine like this. All of the rotation should be at your hip so that you're internally rotating the hip and externally rotating the hip by moving the pelvis, again, keeping the spine stable. So start out in the bird dog exercise supported. Drop this side of the pelvis down towards the floor like that. That internally rotates your hip. Then you want to squeeze your glute muscles to lift the side of the pelvis up. Again, you're not twisting your spine. You want to keep the spine in a neutral position. Belly button should move with your pelvic bone, lifting up that way, using your glutes, and then dropping the pelvis back down. And then practice moving through that external rotation and internal rotation while holding on. Then once you can do those 2 components, then it's time to put it all together for the advanced version of the airplane. So you're going to stand in the bird dog exercise. Instead of having the arms out in front of you now, you're going to put the arms out to the side, kind of like an airplane. This will help to counterbalance you. If you want to make sure you're not twisting, you can also put your arms on your pelvis or at your side like this, but this can help give you a little bit more stability with the arms out that way. Then you're going to try to drop your pelvis down on this side, again using your hip muscles to control. You don't want to allow your arch to collapse or your knee to come inwards. You'll stand on one leg, drop the pelvis down, and then raise the pelvis up, using your hips to drive the motion, not rotating through your trunk. And then just go back and forth through that movement, dropping the pelvis down, and then raising the pelvis up, dropping the pelvis down, and then you'd repeat that on the opposite leg. So stand like an airplane there, drop the pelvis down, and then raise the pelvis up, using your hips to drive the movement. So that was the hip airplane. If you'd like to learn other tips to improve your hip strength and mobility, check out this playlist over here. But before you go, if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel so you can get notified of our future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.